De Veldros. Sí, ya se cambió.
Es para poner la categoría esto.
Thank you. Sergio me quería trolear.
¿Con Dross?
Sí. Robando cosas al rey. Qué desalmado haría eso. ¿Estoy sobrecargado ya? Ah. Empezamos.
Come in, Witcher. I wish you to feel at ease, as this is an unofficial audience. You helped me in the mist, thus I surmise you do not seek my death. Which leads me to ask, what you do seek here, Geralt of Rivia?
Limpiar mi
Peace and
nombre.
quiet, sire. I need to clear my name. Though I tend not to meddle in politics, this time I believe I have no choice.
You must answer quickly and unequivocally. You must be clear, Witcher. I'm in no mood for excuses hiding behind professional codes and trade secrets. Did you kill Foltest?
No.
Do you know
Está
who
muy
did?
alto. Vale. Para mí. Ah.
A witcher named Letho.
Do you know each other?
I don't know. I have amnesia. Letho has suggested he knows something about me. It's possible we met before.
There's an old Kedwenny saying, a bitch will never bite another bitch. 100% accurate where sorceresses are concerned.
To the matter at hand, sire.
De Tanseville claims this Letho is in the area.
Oui.
Is that true?
Yes.
What does he want here? My head?
He's hiding from Yorvith and his Scoia'tael. I don't know his plans.
And you aim to get him?
I do.
Last question. Do you know who had Foltest and Demavend assassinated? Who's behind the Kingslayers?
I don't know, but I'll find out when I find Letho.
My spies have confirmed your words. I suppose I must believe you. Now to the other matter. The mist, the wraiths, all that magic shit holding up my campaign. My mages, as usual, have proved useless. They blather on about higher magic, delayed curses and other hogwash, but nothing comes of it. This matter must be settled with a sword, a witcher's sword. Will you manage this task?
I'm willing to try.
Excellent. Lift the curse, and you'll learn the meaning of royal generosity. And even should you fail to catch this Letho, I shall help you clear your name. Consider Deathmold at your disposal. He'll give you all the necessary information. Also, you are free to move about the camp and its environs from now on. Now, leave me alone.
The curse was cast 3 years ago. Any sign it's been active in the interim?
Is that important?
Sire, we're not talking about a fortune told in a tent on market day, nor about some curse cast by a novice mage. This curse caused a solar eclipse and summoned hordes of specters. We're dealing with a complex spell that operates at several levels. Uncommon knowledge and skill were required to cast it. Lifting it will be even more difficult. If I'm going to deal with it, I need you to cooperate.
Ah, the plague. So be it.
As we forged our way through the fog, you claimed it was Glevisig's curse.
Sabrina Glevisig's. She was a sorceress, my former advisor. I ordered her bound to a wagon wheel and burned alive. While dying, she cursed me and my lineage. That was 3 years ago.
Sire, do you remember the curse itself? What exactly did Sabrina say?
All she said at the time has been fulfilled to some degree. A star adorned with a bloody brain will cut across the heavens. Square coins from maritime depths will beguile the hearts of fools.
Coins coins?
Deathmold found a few such coins among soldiers accused of treason.
What did you condemn
Interesante.
Sabrina for, sire?
1 year after the Peace of Sintra, I fought Demerven for Lormark. General Van de Grift commanded a part of my force. He forded the Pontar and joined battle on this field. It raged until evening when Sabrina Glevissig decided to take matters into her own hands. Fireballs rained down onto the battlefield. 3,000 men turned to bloody charred meat scraps. The fire consumed Kedwenis and Adernians alike. Knights boiled alive in their armor. Mad beasts howling with pain. War is for the honorable. When the likes of Glevissig enter the fray, it turns into hell.
What drove Sabrina to attack her own army? Any specific reason?
I've heard none, not even speculation. She was my advisor, a member of the Council of Mages. For years I was forced to tolerate her excesses, schemes, court scandals.
Was she loyal?
Ha! Only to herself.
Oh, bella. Nivel.
Witcher, a word, if you will.
Pues la verdad es que no, porque estoy sobrecargado.
A vender.
No puedo vender aquí.
¿No hay? ¡Hala!
A ver, ¿qué vale más? Ah, esto vale más. Pues voy a tirar esto. Ah. ¿Qué puedo tirar? Tengo 14 señuelos. Es que... Qué bueno. Madre. Vale, ya está. Perfecto. En verdad me podría poner el mod ese de que las cosas no pesan en mi inventario.
You have no idea how
Estaría
delighted I am to
bueno.
work in tandem with you.
True, I have
¿Qué?
no idea.
Better times approach,
Ambas.
girls, you shall see. I trust you're not bothered if I refer to you by name.
Not at all.
Wonderful. I feel we shall become great friends.
That remains to be seen.
Shake my hand, Geralt, to mark the beginning of our friendship. Don't worry, I've no poison needle up my sleeve. I believe one can learn much about a man from his handshake.
Learned anything?
You have the handshake of a warrior.
Le pesa algo en los ojos.
Dominating. You're the conquering type. The kind women love.
I was asking about the curse.
Oh, of course.
A este hombre le gustamos, chicos.
Did you notice that not all the specters were aggressive?
Most would disappear when we neared them.
I think the curse's power corrupts the ghosts of those who died in the battle, turning them into draugrs.
Draugrs, is that some professional name you witches have for specters?
They're demons, Deathmold. Draugrs are demons of war that arise on battlefields where the fighting was vicious and the slaughter particularly bloody. They are hatred and bloodlust in condensed form.
The name matters little. Do you know how to rid us of these Draugrs?
A silver sword's enough to send them to their rest. But as long as the curse remains active, new ones will appear. The soldiers' ghosts are the key. If we could reverse the tide of the battle.
Don't delay. Grab your sword and start reversing.
I'll need some symbols of war that belonged to the soldiers who perished here. Artifacts symbolizing hatred, death, courage, and faith. They have to be magically active and linked to those who died. Without them, I won't be able to summon the ghosts.
Well, I've no idea how to find them, apart from which I know little about war symbolism.
I'll deal with the artifacts. I have another job for you. Have you
What the
dealt with
fuck?
curses before?
I've cast a few in my time. One victim sprouted donkey's ears and a tail, another's house burned down. Nothing too serious.
Shame. Have you removed curses, lifted spells?
Never had the chance. But I mastered the theory involved. Best in my class at the Magic Academy.
They don't teach you about curses like this one at Banard.
Glevis's Curse is a 4th level blood spell. It's also known as the Archmistress's Curse. A misnomer, for they've been cast by generally crazed mages or priests, not necessarily women.
You've done your homework. Explain this blood curse to me.
An ordinary blood curse is a trivial thing. You let a little of your own blood. Best done at midnight, surrounded by lit candles.
Sabrina had a whole pyre around her. Tell me about Glevis's curse.
Read about it for yourself. I have all the necessary literature. In fact, you only need the great encyclopedia of curses, spells, and prophecies, and a volume compiled by Tesside of Ries and Margarita Loantil.
¿Y por qué no me lo dices solo?
Curses selected writings.
I'm not going to waste my time reading. Tell me the important bits.
No need to be ashamed, Geralt. In these times, few get the opportunity to learn the arts of reading and writing. Illiteracies.
I can read, mage. Time's a wasting. Are you gonna start helping me?
The effects and phenomena generated by a 4th level blood curse require an immense amount of the power. The eclipse, the death of a dynasty, the battle of specters. No sorcerer, no living being can summon such levels of energy. It's quite simply impossible.
But some clever mages discovered how to make possible the impossible. Since then, the world has lived in fear of your curses. Genius. What did you discover?
A prophecy that initiates a blood curse is simply a spell that binds the power. It should be cast at a site possessing the appropriate accumulation characteristics. A battlefield is perfect. Blood-soaked ground, defined boundaries, a symbolic dimension. When the caster utters the words of the prophecy, the curse begins to accumulate the power. For the last 3 years, day after day, month after month, the initiating curse has been gathering the power, drawing it from the elements of fire, earth, air, and water. The energy thus
Fire,
accumulated
earth,
could
air,
move
what?
stars. Enter the activator.
Air.
One of the prophesied events possessing its own symbolic dimension. It releases the accumulated energy
know.
for use by the curse proper. Ordinarily, the
que ese
curse
viejo
cannot
habla
utilize
mucho,
all the built-up power,
Sí,
which
sí,
must be
sí.
released in some
No se
way,
calle.
so one gets side effects.
Toma agua, señor.
Like solar eclipses.
Que alguien le caje un water.
Al viejo, no, que se muera. Pensé que era
Are you
fornico, así no
sure
hablaba.
Sabrina cast the curse?
Positively. Curses of this kind are cast rarely. There have only been 6 confirmed cases.
How many confirmed cases of their being lifted?
1. By a team of mages led by Archmistress Francesca Finderbear, whence came the curse's other appellation. In any case, Sabrina Glevisig was part of that team.
Small world, and one that just got a little uglier.
That's not all. The curse that Francesca and Sabrina dealt with was meant to end the lives of the last of the Tyson dynasty, the rulers of Covey. It was cast by Scarlet Rodalega, a very
Rodalega.
talented but completely mad man. A prophecy and an activator were also involved.
I see. Sabrina just stole her curse from this Rodalega.
Precisely. Beside which the king himself and a company of armed men witnessed her casting it.
We've got our comet and murder. What about the coins?
We have those as well. Not enough for you.
No. Why do I get the feeling I've stumbled on some shameful secret?
A state secret.
If you don't tell me, your head of state may soon lose his head.
There's a plot afoot within the military. Those involved share a symbol, a square coin adorned with a fish. Let's do this. I shall in no way hinder your investigation, and you will reveal to me anything you learn. Should I happen upon anything related to the curse?
You'll let me know. So be it. Why is Henselt still breathing? He killed the priest. Why didn't he burst like a ripe tomato under a dwarf's heel?
Perhaps Glevisig wishes Henselt to wait for imminent death.
I don't think so. I know a few sorceresses. They're mean, true, but they also want results. Sabrina cast the curse while roasting at the stake.
Paren de hablar.
Comfortable circumstances. I suspect she botched something.
Quiero
Are
que
you suggesting
hablen.
Henselt may be safe?
Así no
I'm
juegas.
suggesting he could be saved, provided we cut him off from the heart of the curse, the Battle of Spectres. It's the weakest link.
How could we do that?
I don't know yet, but I suspect I could summon Sabrina's ghost and force her to free Henselt. First, I need to learn the circumstances of her death. If I'm not mistaken, you need blood to cast a blood curse.
Precisely, unachievable otherwise.
Sabrina was bound to a wagon wheel. Where did she get enough blood?
She put a spell on a soldier who gave her a coup de grace. It was easy, the minds of some soldiers are so uncomplicated. Sabrina needed one of them to strike her, shorten her suffering, but complete the curse. However, this is where she erred. That whore performed miracles, gathered the power, got the prophecy and activator right, but fell flat on her face on the simplest thing at the end.
Don't get so excited.
She chose a fool, a
Hola,
bungler.
Sony.
I heard he thrust 5 times with his spear.
Seguro que cuando se fue a comer
His soul would not quit her.
estaban en conversación estos dos.
There was no one
seguro.
guarding the pyre?
It was one of the guards the sorceress chose for the task. His comrades were irate. He spoiled the show for them. The king was no longer anywhere near.
In any case, blood flowed and the curse took root.
Yes, but the harlot got her due.
Y barraca.
You're gonna help me, Death Mold.
Of course, as the king ordered.
Listen up. You'll do the paperwork. I get the feeling you like it. I'll need a number of protective runes to summon Sabrina's ghost. They need to detain the sorceress's ghost and anything else that enters this world with it. Find something for me in your library. The runes need to be easy to produce. I haven't seen any artists around here. Apart from that, the Draugrs are likely to begin their forays in search of Henselt. When they leave the battlefield, they'll grow weaker. Your men should be able to handle them. Just equip them with silver-plated weapons. Henselt could also use something silver to defend himself. Over the entrance to his tent, hang a wreath of cinquefoil and fool's parsley. Inside, a fire fueled by juniper branches must burn at all times.
Where will I get so much silver?
Melt down your collection of pots for all I care. Just get it.
Those aren't pots, they're silver vases of Nazaya.
Last of all, give Henselt an instructional talk. Explain that I'll need him.
And what will you be doing? Drinking ale and fondling the camp women?
There's that, yes. Though I'll also prepare to summon Sabrina's ghost and figure out what I need to send the fighting specters back to the afterlife. I'll drop by and give you more work as I learn about this curse.
How did you divine that you might recover your memory by lifting the curse?
I don't like people poking around in my life.
Learning about others is my job. I must know the secrets of all who wish to approach the king. I've no problem admitting I like the work.
My past has nothing to do with Henselt.
You don't know that. Do you know why I have no friends, Witcher? Because sooner or later I learn all their secrets, which is followed by interrogations, torture,
Porque hablas mucho.
executions.
Just leave my past alone.
Sí.
Salud.
Gracias.
Nada.
Bienvenido de vuelta, Sonic.
¿Otra vez?
¿Y cómo voy para allá?
We'll have to sit it out like hens on their eggs
En verdad,
until this mist lifts.
creo
Just disappear.
que lo vamos a dejar a las 11 porque no me apetece mucho.
What else am I to do?
Puedo cogerlo y venderlo.
The enemy have fed you their propaganda.
But what if she's truly an anointed virgin?
Don't worry about it. The Witcher will take.
Odrin!
Yeah?
You're the quartermaster's assistant?
Yeah.
Great. I want to see the best equipment you have. I've got the coin. The army stands to gain, not lose by me.
I should think so. So?
Pero es que no me dice qué tipo de armadura tengo yo.
So?
Me he hecho TP. Armadura de corazón de Kyra. Me falta esto. Tela resistente, cuero endurecido. Diagrama desgarrador, espada de plata. Bruja de gran calidad, pero es que me falta esto todo el rato. No sé dónde encontrar el S. Mejora de armadura de piel de Endrigo.
Para farmear.
No me convence. Me quedo con tu dinero, señor. ¿Qué está pasando? Están borrachos.
Piss off out of here.
You're talking to an elder. So show a little respect, you prick licker.
Respect for you? This is no place for crappers like you. Out, I said.
Aye, true. Join the pigs in the pen. That's your place.
Hola.
Por bocas.
Corriendo por el monte. Oh. ¿Y de qué me sirve salir aquí? Ah, bueno. ¡Oh!
Justo me has dado.
También el que me ha asustado ha sido este.
Ay, Dios mío.
Ah, bueno. Ah, bueno. Ah, bueno, ni modo, no puedo abrir nada. Pero, güey, ¿cómo voy para allá? No sé ni dónde estoy. Ah, que he salido por la que no era. Ah, bueno. Para adentro otra vez a que me asusten.
Aldrin!
Cállate.
Yeah, boy. This mist is driving me crazy. Where are you? Aldrin!
¿Quién es Aldrin?
Where are you?
Callaos, ya, me voy. Adiós.
Aldrin!
Ah, cállate. Estás muy lejos de mí, no te puedo escuchar.
Oi, Witcher! Out in these wastelands hunting monsters? Well, if you see two of my men, tell them I'll rip them both brand new assholes if they miss muster.
We'll see if I come across anyone.
Luck be with you. You're a good fellow. Ah, find them and you'll see Corporal Zivik knows how to be grateful.
Ok.
Not another fucking stone.
Not another fucking stone. Pues ¿para qué las coges?
Well, it was here yesterday.
Hola, Touko.
Can be really strange. I fought the Nilfgaardians a few years back. Now we make camp.
Porque hay putis por todos lados. Esta no es la que nos habló en el otro. Espérate. ¿Por dónde es? Ah, vale.
Shillard inviting us to their meeting.
Well, we should at least object somehow. Spit at the sight of the black ones. 2 an hour heads away.
Oh, almacén. No lo estoy vendiendo. Lo estoy
Se puede
dejando.
vender.
Pero no lo estoy vendiendo, lo estoy dejando. Perfecto. Nunca jamás volveré a ver un almacén. Espero que lo tengamos claro todos. Y no entiendo el mapa este. What?
Shit, you stink.
Oh, ¡hala, hala, hala! What? ¿Qué? Ay, no.
Hago eso.
Not another fucking stone.
No lo sé, Sergio. No lo sé. ¿Estáis todos bien? Muy bien, este me gusta. Ah, ¿para dónde hay que ir? Para la derecha. Para allá. A ver si conseguimos llegar, también os lo digo, porque no sé cómo se va. El gatito dice coffee en vez de coffee. Me acabo de dar cuenta. Seguro que sí. Tampoco me acuerdo cómo se llamaba la página. Sergio, no te lo voy a negar.
A lo mejor se llama así la página.
A ver.
Porque en el Linktree ese raro también le ponen lo mismo.
Pues se llamará así. Voy a guardar. No. Oye. Espérate, porque a lo mejor tengo que ir por la orilla.
Que aproveche.
Buen provecho, Sergio. Uy, por aquí no es. Uy, no entiendo nada. Este mapa es confuso. Este mapa me confunde, no sé si es un mapa abierto, si es un mapa cerrado, no sé cuál es el límite. Según esto tengo que ir por aquí. Guardamos por si acaso y ya estamos.
Oi, what you doing here?
I heard Zivik can't wait for you to get back.
Plow it all. If we miss muster, he'll have us flogged. Get us out of here, will you?
You came here on your own. You can get back on your own.
This place is crawling with drowners. I mean, we'd have stayed in our tents on our arses if we'd known. We're safe in the circle, but 3
Este
feet
señor es
outside,
mexicano.
and who knows what would happen.
All right, we'll go back together, but let me look around first. Apparently, it's bad luck to tread on the ashes. Who cares enough to bring all these things here? Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
He regresado. No mames. Pero se ha regresado casi al final del stream.
Nothing. Again.
¿Qué esperabas?
Este hombre.
Who cares enough to bring all these things here?
¿Puedes parar de decir eso? Me habían mandado a Azkaban, por eso vine tarde. Pero si llegaste a tiempo y te
Let's
fuiste.
take a closer look. An unnatural stillness typical of intersections and places where streams of the power meet. Unnerving but harmless.
Ah, bueno, vale.
Animal tracks. Dogs, wolves, bears, even birds. You'd think this was a feeding ground, but they all fear the circle, except for cats. Their tracks are everywhere. One even napped on the pedestal.
Pinches gatos.
Triss once told me cats like to sleep on intersections, and they're the only beasts apart from dragons who can draw the power. They clearly like this place. People seem to be staying away from the wheel. They're afraid. All the gifts are at a safe distance from it. Except for one person. With Kedweni Army-issue boots. Glad to know I'm not the only one to desecrate this site. Sabrina was nailed to this wheel. Something protected the wheel from the flames. It's hardly scorched. Fresh holes and splinters. Someone's pulled nails from the wheel recently. I better take one, just in case. Candles, amulets, coins. People make offerings here like they would at a shrine. Candles. The stench is worse than Zoltan's boots. Nothing unusual about them otherwise. Square coins adorned with a fish. I guess the plotters like to come here. Let's see. Carved from a solid piece of stone. Reusable, you could say.
Y sin ningún problema.
I need to bring the king here. I need to reenact the execution. If I can only summon Sabrina's ghost, I could force her to lift the curse. The Draugrs and the mist will remain, but at least the king will be safe. I need to know what happened here. Witnesses of the execution, they're the key. If I can just find out how Sabrina died, I should be able to free Henselt of the curse. 2 leads. Sabrina's cultists and the nail thief who's obviously immune to the aura of this place. Time to question some soldiers.
You've looked and touched your fill, right? Let's get out of here.
No te voy a decir nada, pero me he muerto.
Did you light those candles?
We did.
Ah, no lo sabes, porque no se lo has dicho.
Sí.
Burning them for Sabrina?
To you, 'tis a waste of time, right?
Feel their eyes on you. They're watching us. We won't get out alive, superstitious idiots that we are.
Don't you believe the visionary? You don't have to. But it was worth a try, right?
Old idiot. It's his fault we ended up here.
Who is this visionary?
He's behind all this. He talks of miracles in the circle.
I believe him. Know why? He lives deep in the valleys, but something protects him from all those harpies.
Did you see them burn the sorceress?
3 years ago. We both served under Henselt then, but only the 5th Company guarded the stake.
They say the king never wanted to make a spectacle. Some soldiers never come here, but others visit the circle to check the remains.
You're just like them. To you, it's only a superstition to make money from. You're looking for old nails in the ashes.
Like that shitbag who trades outside the inn.
You're mistaking me for someone else.
Really? Then give us the nails.
I'm keeping it.
Keeping it? Not heard what they say. Relics are like fist tech for simple folk.
Y no les iba a caso.
How did you manage to avoid the drowners on your way here?
The visionary was with us. He led us through, then left.
Estúpidos.
I don't like this place.
Thought you'd want to stay the night here.
I know at least a few places I'd rather sleep. Come on.
Beats me why they've been fighting over these hellholes for generations.
I get goosebumps every time I go outside the palisade.
Guess Civic was right. We should have sat on our...
Guess they'll never learn.
Y a eso le tenía miedo.
Drowner lairs. techniques.
Curses on him! If it wasn't for you, they'd have eaten us.
We owe you our lives, Witcher. We can't let Zivik Cat...
No sabía que podía venir por aquí. Esto es magia.
His mother comes and tells him the elder and the recruiter are coming
Oh,
for you.
ah,
He will
me
snap
quemo.
the pigs at the top.
Me
Takes
quemo.
his eye and puts it between his buttocks.
Estoy ardiente.
What? Puts a pig's eye in his
Paso,
ass.
que voy
The elder and the
ardiendo.
recruiter
Hola,
enter, and the
guapa,
mother
¿ves?
says,
¿Cómo estás?
"Son, they've come to take you to war."
Un poco más y me tiro al río.
Well, it was here yesterday.
Audrey, where are you?
Cállate, estás borracha.
Done with this cursed place.
Audrey, here, boys. Damn it, this is a brothel, not a military camp.
¿Qué nivel sos ya?
What do you want,
Espérate.
Witcher?
The soldiers you were looking for, they got held up for a while in Sabrina's circle.
Oh, the idiots. To be duped by witchcraft and superstitions. I'll put them to scrubbing the latrines indefinitely. But I thank you for bringing them back. Your reward, as promised.
From what I can see, you and the men love your king.
He's like a father to us, really. Comes around from time to time, chats it up, pats you on the mug. Remembers our names, too, though you gots to earn that in battle. Been so distinguished 3 times already. Pride myself on it.
I'm sure it's a great honor for a humble soldier like yourself.
Last time it happened, we was on the march. Some peasant poisoned his well. A few of our lads died. Many others got sick. I pacified that village. We hit them so hard, we even struck fear into our own boys. They went without a row for 2 days, and the king was very pleased. He came around, gave me a friendly punch in the gut, laughed, and said, "You are one true son of a bitch. If you'd not been born among swine, you'd probably be king." That's how he is. Humane and all. He's really got a heart.
Did you participate in the battle?
I did, and I fought. I'd rather not go into it.
The spirits of those who died in battle are now in combat on that field. They kill each other and change into nasty creatures called draugrs. Edirnians, Cadwenis, even your comrades. I want to help them, but I have to know what happened during the battle.
Oh, the plague. Listen then. The fighting started in the afternoon. The Dun Banner was first to attack. We were ambushed, cut off from our main unit and devastated. Bloody scouts and Sabrina Glevisic, who was supposed to mind the battlefield. By then, the battle was in full swing. Wherever you see those damned furrows, people fought there. The Edirnian lines faltered a few times, but we couldn't crush them because of Selkirk. Yes, we had the Visitor. They had Selkirk of Gullet, the invincible White Knight, Edirn's finest swordsman. Wherever our forces gained the upper hand, he'd appear and reverse the fighting's course. Then, Vandergrift himself went into battle. He met Selkirk in the middle of the melee. It was a battle of titans. In the end, the Visitor hacked Selkirk and sliced the White Knight from his head to his balls. Then, death fell from the heavens. Lumps of burning soil flew through the air. The whole valley was on fire. Damned magic of a damned witch. I owe my life to Priest Crest, our chaplain. He led me out of the battle and went back for the others. He had a medallion that protected protected him against fire. He led everyone out, including the Edirnians. But the flames got him in the end.
You mentioned the priest.
A really good man. He was with us the whole time during the
Bueno,
march and the
parece que hoy
barracks and in
será
battle. Among common
hora de
soldiers,
charla.
Freya gave him a medallion
Es que
to
hablan
protect him
mucho,
from
por
fire.
favor.
I don't know how true that is, but he led me and many others to safety.
Who has this medallion?
King Henselt. I saw it once. I don't know how he got hold of it, but he definitely had it.
Were you at Brenna?
Ah, yes. Cut down more black ones there than anywhere else. The Redanians were in disarray on the left when we joined the battle. Same with the Temerian regiments in the middle. We arrived just in time. Menno Cohorn commanded the Nilfgaardians. He was some leader. Even we feared him like fire. But somehow we prevailed.
What happened to him afterwards?
He refused to flee, died like many others. No one knows who did it, and no one ever found his corpse.
Estoy acostumbrada a escuchar gente. El problema es que la historia de Life is Strange me interesaba más.
What happened before the battle?
We forded the Pontar on the third day after the autumn equinox. The Edirnians were waiting for
No sé qué
us,
has dicho,
formed
Tito.
up in a long line at the foot of those hills.
Sí,
I
sí.
remember the banners of Vinderberg, Aldersburg, Gullet. Knights, armoured infantry, peasants, the Bergen Dwarf Regiment, all save the king. They numbered more than 5,000. General Vandegrift, commander of the Kedwennies, had less than 4,000, including the elite Bearheads, armoured troops from Ard Caraig, and the famous White Foxes of the North. And ourselves, the Dun Banner, veterans of Brenner, hated by the Edirnians more than the plague. But above all, we had Vandegrift the Visitor. Maybe he was a bastard, but he knew war like nobody else.
Do I have this right? You served in the Dun Banner?
Did indeed. Henselt's never commanded a fiercer group of warriors, and he never will. If not for us, there'd have been no victory for the North at Brenner. We carried the day.
I didn't see the Dun Banner in the camp.
And you won't. The unit's no more. Ensign Eckhart Hennessy carried the standard into battle for the last time 3 years ago.
Glevisig's magic?
Worse, the Edirnian troops, the bastards. The Dun Banner, the pride of Kedwen, lost its standard and almost all its men. The Visitor refused to send us reinforcements when we were cut off. The Dun must prevail. It's been in worse shite than this. The Dun will be all right. 7 Edirnians to each one of us. We had no fucking hope. 200 men went into battle and less than 70 came back. But that's not all. Only a few survived to this day. The boys couldn't handle it. Suicide, firewater, fist tech. A few became highwaymen. They ended up on the gallows or in ditches.
Creador de caminos.
And soldiers don't always deal with them well.
I have to find that standard.
I heard it lies in the catacombs neath Bergen, alongside my mates. Hey, if you're thinking of going there, I ought to give you my beaver skin cap. That's its rightful place.
Ah, bueno. Sale que ofertón.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Vandegrift?
From a distance. At the time I was on that hill and they were somewhere over there. The field used to be as flat as a table. It was their second duel. Earlier, in peacetime, they'd met at a tournament in Ard Caraig. Seltkirk won then. Vandegrift's sword cracked and the Visitor had to yield. After the tournament, he had a new sword forged by Kedwen's best mages and swordsmiths. That's how Loatham came to be.
I think that means hatred in the Elder language. Pretty pretentious.
They say a sorcerer cast a spell on the sword and told Vandegrift the blade wouldn't crack as long as he remained invincible. The mage got 50 lashes and was the last to mention any such nonsense.
Who has Vandegrift's sword now?
When the Sea of Flames died out, the looters ran amok. They found Seltkirk's chain mail, which survived somehow. Maybe it was magical too. Vandegrift's sword went missing. The boys in the camp claim the female dragon slayer has it, but I wouldn't even try talking to her.
Who's got Selkirk's chainmail?
A certain Vincent Trott. Low nobility, in the army since forever. A greedy bastard.
Where can I find him?
That's a problem. Deathmold wanted him arrested after they found a square coin on him. Some of the officers and noblemen want to get rid of the Black Ones. They don't like how they lord it around the camp, even though the king talks to them. Those coins are their sign, the stupid bunch of plotters. Anyway, Vincent's a swashbuckler. He thrashed Deathmold's people and disappeared. Those with the coins won't say a word because they're scared of Deathmold.
Thanks, Civic. There's a soldier by the inn selling scraps from Sabrina's execution site.
I know. A damn quartermaster. This business of his muddles the minds of the soldiers. Suddenly, everyone believes a splinter in your pocket will protect you in battle. Half-wits.
After what happened here 3 years ago, it's no surprise they're terrified.
I'll tell you one thing, Witcher. In combat, I can count on my shield, my armor, and my comrades, if they still live. Many of those boys will die in Vergen, even with their pockets stuffed with mystical splinters that cost a silver piece each. I want them to be afraid. When steel hits steel, I want them to be alert, damn it. If they're dumb and put their trust in rusty nails and ashes, they won't have a hope in hell.
Did you see Sabrina's execution?
Wish I could have, but only the 5th Company was sent there. She deserved it. What she did to the boys. Believe me, I've seen a lot of monstrosities in my life. My brother died during a coup in Rhine when a mage boiled the blood in his veins. Also, I once saw a soldier raping a dead elf woman. But 3 years ago, people melted like lead. Something you can't forget, Witcher.
Porque me dejo volver a preguntarle sobre esto.
Outside the camp, known as the Visionary. Ever met him?
The soldiers talk about him, but I've never seen him. If I ever do, he'll regret that he fooled my people with all those superstitions.
So long.
Oh, Era y 36, se han pasado 12 minutos.
De conversación. Solo con eso.
Ahora sabes qué hacer, ¿sabes? Tengo como 1000...